welcome back to the No Limit Crypto channel, a channel where I bring you daily updates from the crypto market. Today we're going to look at Avalanche. First we're going to take a look at a trade that I made today on Avalanche. Then we're going to look at what needs to happen on the Avalanche chart for us to break towards all-time highs again. And at the end of the video, we're gonna take a look at my price prediction for Avalanche this year. Stay tuned for the end. So first, let's start off with my trade. I made this little small trade. I don't want to brag, but I made this nice trade today. I got in at 42.12 and I got out right here the first time we hit 45.50. And now I can hear everyone saying, ooh, but I missed on the next move. I missed on this one. When I made this trade in the morning, you see on the screen right now, I put in a take profit of 45 and 50. I wanted a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. And I got it. I put my stop at this swing right here, swing low right here. And my take profit at 45 and 50. So this was a nice little trade that I made today. A 8% gain, which with some leverage is a really nice trade. So enough with the bragging about my nice trades. Let's go and look at the next chart. So right now, in the terms of us in the longer term, in the longer term, Avalanche is in this really awful channel, downwards channel, which doesn't bode well for us in the shorter term, but we have to remember what Avalanche has just done. So we know that the markets, we made a 540% gain. So we know that markets have to move. They move in an impulse up and then they consolidate. They move in an impulse up and then they consolidate. It's that simple. Impulse up, consolidate if you look at this shorter term. Impulse down, impulse up, consolidate. And it's that simple. So right now we're in this really evil downward trajectory, and I'm gonna take a look at where I think this pullback is going to end. So we're gonna take a look at some Fibonacci retracements. And right here, I think the best case scenario where this channel will break and move to the upside is 61.8% Fibonacci retracement, or the worst case scenario is the 78.6. I think we're very likely to retrace to this zone, somewhere in this zone. It might be a bit over it, somewhere around here, but I don't think we're going under it. So I think this channel will go on until we reach somewhere in between 19 and let's say $19 and $30. At that point, I think we will start to move back up. And obviously for us to break to the upside, we need to break this channel. This channel is the most important thing that we have to break. So once we start breaking this channel, we break this resistance line, that's when I think the next parabolic move will start. And after that, a bit dependent on when this happens, but once we have broken this resistance line, we need to break $50. $50 has held once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times even here, 6, 7 times, maybe even 8 times. We've touched the $50 mark. So it's going to be a strong resistance for us on the way up. But after that, we're looking at breaking this trend line between the all-time high and the latest peak, which is basically just a support line. You can have it as a horizontal line too if you want. And once we go above $60, I'm gonna tell you where I think Avalanche is going to go next. Let's find a weekly chart. And on the weekly chart, let's apply, instead of Fibonacci retracement for predicting prices above all-time highs, I personally like using Fibonacci extensions instead. And specifically, I'm looking at the 161.8% extension line. This is a line where prices often extend to. And if you want to see some proof about this 161 line, let's take a look at the latest move that we had. The 570% move, or whatever it was. So I'm putting a line right here, and then to the bottom. And you can see how important the 161% line was. This time we actually extended even more. The market overextended up to 200%. But the 161 line, you can see how much action there is on the 161 line. So what does that mean for the current market, for the next move? 161% line comes in at $113. And I think Avalanche is going to go to $113 this year. And that's not even unrealistic. Thank you. This was all from me. Peace out.